Hey, how's it going, everybody? Want to bring up this topic just because I talked about just a few days ago about no more walk-ins and gave y'all some insight as to what I meant by that regarding the times that we live in and the times to come. Yeah, I talked about no more walk-ins. This is about no more reservations. Uh, this is just more so about you won't be able to afford to have people have a reserved place in your heart and in your life in times to come because your life will depend upon it because people come and go rotationally speaking. People take information that you give them and they take it and they run with it literally. Like it really takes someone that's very professional or someone with great morale not to run off with information that you gave them based on them being around you for whatever such a time, for whatever reason. Most people want to take what you've given them, run off with it, and spread it to the rest of the world, and might even tell people that's their information, not your information. Like, even though they originally got the information from you, the intellectual properties from you, like, that's the type of world we live in. Good evening, Unique. Good to see you out here amongst this scorched earth with me tonight. And for others checking us out on the replay. Yes, we'll talk about how in the thumbnail looked like a hibachi setting. And actually, I'm not sure if it was that particular restaurant in the thumbnail, but there was a restaurant recently on the East Coast that was known for those live fire settings in the restaurant of their hibachi that got set on fire, ironically. But yeah, no more reservations because in a good setting, when no one's setting a restaurant on fire, it's worth the sight. You know, it's worth to see the good hibachi take place. Just an exclusive moment, an exclusive crowd. Yes, an exclusive meal. Like, you have to reserve some things also for you that others can't be a part of. You have to have something for you too. So keep that in mind. You got to have your own private thing about yourself because most people won't appreciate it. That's just the way of most humans' nature, unfortunately. Like, you have to just work on in the times to come, just have some things reserved. Uh, no matter what it is, whether it's ration, finances, materials like resources, whether it's space, accommodation, hospitality, uh, even just carrying on a conversation out of concern, counseling, consultation, all that. All that cannot be reserved like you used to do back in the days for a lot of people that didn't deserve it. Now, you give people grace because, that's part of doing things for people that didn't deserve it, but that's based on your own discretion. Don't make that just a given that you do those things because, no, it's not an obligation. You do things for anybody, especially those that didn't deserve it. Okay. So, no more reservations, especially in the future. Doing kind deeds is kind of like you give people the right of way at a crossing. You don't know which way they're going to turn. So you got to look at life like that. Don't reserve right of ways for people, and you don't know which way they're going to turn. They might turn on you, that part. And people do that actually. You try to give people this right of way, right of passage in your life, and they're just going to end up passing something on to you that you can't get rid of. And I'm not going to tell you what that is. It could be something like a pestilence. I don't know, but just in things of probably their rage as well. People have some unsettling rage that you didn't even know about. They'll just be mad at you for whatever reason that they can think of. You be like, "What did I do to you?" Well, they just wanted to do something to you. You said unique. Basically, reserve a table for you because it's necessary. Table for one. Yeah, sometimes you need to do that. It's not just something you solely do, but sometimes you do need to do that. You need to have some solace. You need to have some solitude sometimes. In these times, you're going to need some times of solace and solitude because just the way this world demands things upon us makes us stressed out. Nothing wrong with going to that nice restaurant by yourself sometimes. Not all the time, not all the time, but sometimes until you find the right type of people you can reserve those type of moments for. Okay? Start reserving those moments for you because you've probably never done that before. Okay? Like this is real serious, like in times to come. Don't reserve hospitality for people either. Like in your dwellings, people will try to rob you. People will try to, I don't know, just vandalize your home. This happens all the time. We have these quote backdoor situations. A rapper just got shot and killed over such a thing. He said people within his own circle was turning on him, and so it ended up a backdoor situation where somebody gunned him down at his birthday party at a Holiday Inn. So some of y'all probably getting an idea of who I'm talking about. But these type of things happen where you can't give people reservations like this, especially people you don't know, people you hardly know per se. Just say you don't know them. Forget this. I barely know you. No, you don't know them. They don't know you. You can't reserve for people you don't know. When you go to a VIP party, you go to like some banquet or something, and they have these VIP reservations. Guess what? These are people in the know. These are people they know. Okay, that's why they put you on the list. They saw you in the know, or they know you per se. So you got in the list. You got on the list. You was able to get access. So a lot of these people who get access from you, they barely knew you, and that's why they ran off from you. So keep that in mind too. All these people that get this access, but yet they exit after getting access. Like these are your thieves I'm talking about. You have robbers and you have thieves. You said unique. Reserve it for those who deserve it. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. Ain't no honor amongst thieves. So keep that in mind. Like these people don't know about honor and they'll have to face their own dishonor at sometime down the road. Not up to you to do anything about it. Continue to live your life. Don't be bitter towards them. They'll see their own ways get to them in some way, shape, or form. Okay. Like, but no more reservations in these times. I did a video talking about no more walk ins. This is about no more reservations. They didn't do their part in order to have a reservation. And in having that reservation, you made great accommodation. Now, some people don't give you a reservation because they still have people wanting to walk in. And I think that's just very cheap. If you're not accommodating people that walk in, I think that's just very cheap. I think it's just a bad taste. It's having bad taste when you don't have reservations, when you make it to where anybody and everybody can have access to you and the things about you. You're a McDonald's type of person or you're a five-star restaurant type of person. You know, no more reservations though, because at this point, you got everybody spoken for that you feel are going to be part of your life in your quote restaurant, the way you rest. Yeah, like you got dedicated people. You have that's a word I'm looking for. You just have dedicated people. You have that. Okay. You have people that believe in your product. You have people that believe in who you are. You don't need extras. You'll be just fine. And so there's going to be a time in your life where you start to achieve more success, where you'll be happy with the set people, the set circle that you have around you. You have no more reservations. You have no more applications. you know, That time came when you made it to where people can get in on your Noah's Ark before the great flood came in. Now there's no more reservations on this ark. You even made it to where people could walk in on good grace if they, at least meant well and you can see it from a mile away. You let some people walk in, then after a while, you was like, nah, it's time for reservations. Now you're like, no reservation. You said you need. They sound like vulnerability vultures. They prey on their vulnerability and attack when it's the right time in regards to people who got access to just exit and take from you. Yes, I agree. That's what it be like. That's why you gotta watch who you know and what info you share with people because, you know, you didn't reserve that information for them. See, you didn't reserve that information for them. They didn't pay for it either. So the nerve of them to want to ask of all this from you and of you. And they're not making any investments. They're not doing their part. They're not partaking. They're just going to take their parts that you have. But yeah, with that said, I'm gonna end this video here. Just remember, maneuver through the flames. Don't get caught up in the games on these chessboard pieces. Okay, in this society, because the society is set up like a chessboard. It's set up like a grid. You don't go along with the game. You just maneuver through the flames. Another Scorch Earth coming to you live from Scorch Earth.